Just give it a second or two for the YouTube live feed to kick in. Let me see how that's doing. Okay. I think we're good. So, hey, Howie Simeon here. We're going to talk about a question that a new client, Dan, I'll call him, had for me over the phone. It was a good one. He asked, what if my daily activities at work is what's actually causing my tennis elbow? Before we get started, if you're serious about getting relief, go to TennisElbow.com. So in other words, what Dan's asking is, what if working with my hands, arms, and shoulders is my livelihood? And when I get hurt, how do I continue to put food on the table? I mean, you could end up in a world of hurt financially if you take the time off, including all the medical costs involved. So people like Dan, in his case, he owns his own business, but he doesn't have the luxury to just sit out for 2 to 3 weeks. If you're an employee and not a business owner, that's even scarier because someone else could come in behind you who's healthier, and there you go, you're without a job. So it's a pretty scary situation. I'll share with you what I told him, but before I forget, if you're really serious about getting tennis elbow relief, go to TennisElbow.com. We guide you through life support with myself and Dr. Jen Diamond Hardesty. She's a licensed physical therapist. If you don't like what we're offering, you can always refund your money. So let's get back to what I told Dan. So I'll make it quick so I don't go on forever. I'm trying to make these shorter and digestible, so to speak. So first thing is make sure to wear a brace. Like we offer the Simeon tennis elbow brace with a compression pad that goes over your tendon. It protects it while you're doing activities. In his case, like picking up buckets, full buckets, the water in them, or concrete, or whatever it is. That's his biggest trigger. So the brace, I always say, use it for the activity that makes it worse, especially if it's for work. For me, it was tennis. So, you can't say that I have to play, even though I felt like I did. But for work, if it's livelihood, yes. I mean, absolutely wear a brace if you're going to, before you make it worse. So it has a protective effect, even if it's temporary relief. And the other thing I asked him is to use the opposite hand for picking up a bucket, which Dan said he'll do for now. He said he'll stop carrying 2 buckets at once. Since he's a business owner and not an employee, he can choose to just pick up 1 bucket if he wants. So that was good for him. So he's going to do that because anything that irritates it will make it worse. Number 3 is basically have a set of tools and exercises available to you at all times to stretch and strengthen your muscles around your lateral epicondyle, which is the tendon that's affected for tennis elbow. So it's basically having it for mobile access, especially. He's in a truck all day long. A lot of people who work with their hands, they're in the car a lot, or they're not in front of a computer, obviously. So mobile access is big for them. So what's really interesting about Dan is that he's only had tennis elbow for 2-3 weeks, and the pain hasn't been unbearable yet. I mean, he feels the pain, but it's not to the point where I see a lot of you are like, help. So he's doing something most people rarely do, which is being proactive and asking all the right questions to get support right away. By the time most of my clients get to me, they've tried a dozen or so gimmicky products, injections, maybe even had a surgery consultation with the doctor. Basically they're caught in what I say is the medical vicious cycle. I still help them successfully, but they've got a longer hill to climb because they haven't really addressed the root cause of the pain up front. So by the way, before I forget, if you're looking for pain relief from tennis elbow at a fraction of the cost with life support and something you can use on the go, go to TennisElbow.com. So back to one thing I want you to remember, maybe it's 2. So is to use a brace during your work activities, like we have the Simeon braces. That's spelled the same as my last name. And also quickly address your pain sooner than later, or you'll get caught looking around for a solution for months and years. Just look at the comments and the Facebook groups. It just saddens me that by the time they're in there and they're screaming for help, they've tried a lot of things. There's people who've suffered since 1982. And one guy since the 1970s. That blows my mind, because for me, the pain I had for 3 to 4 years, I thought that was bad. But okay, so that's all I have to say. But thank you all for watching today. Let me see how many people are on. I got 2 people, 1 on Facebook. If you have any questions, just post below. I can see these. It's a real live, so also I'm able to answer the questions after the live if you don't want to comment right away, but I'll just answer your questions as I go. I think that's about it. So see, still don't see any comments. Sometimes it takes a few seconds. Okay, there's nothing. Yeah, so again, if you want a deeper dive in what we call the upstream release method, basically it's releasing a lot of the upstream causes. The root causes of tennis elbow are usually in the shoulder and neck area. So that's something you don't typically hear about in physical therapy offices that you might visit, but we offer that at TennisElbow.com. So it's not just your regular exercises, it's also a series of what we call nerve release upstream. So I would bet probably over 90% of people have some kind of neck, shoulder, upper back issues that also have tennis elbow. It's all connected. So see, I still don't see any questions. So anyways, hope that was helpful. Let me know any comments. Let me know also like what you topics you want me to cover. I'm always got topics, but I prefer to actually address the ones that you want. So just let me know, and talk to everybody later.